Thank you for coming out tonight to the 40% Construction Community Meeting for Site 97 E2. Tonight we are going to be discussing the progress of the construction that is going into this project. Like the title says, we are 40% of the way into this project as far as construction is concerned. So we just wanted to let you know where we were with our progress and what you need to know as we are pushing forward. As you can see from the map, Site 97 E2 is located in between Innovation Middle School, Innovation High School, and Sunblaze Elementary School. The majority of the students are going to be coming to us from the Sunblaze Elementary School area. A little bit of a closer view of the actual footprint of where the building is being built. It's in between Introduction Way and Dowden Road. The site concept information, there's going to be 126 parking spaces, specifically here in the bus loop area. Car stacking will have up to 118 cars, so there's going to be less opportunity for there to be backups onto Dowden Road or all the way onto Introduction Way. Parent access will be from the north here on Introduction Way and from the east on Dowden Road. And bus access will be coming from Introduction Way up here to the west side of the school. Now, for people who are students who are riding bikes, we are going to have bike racks up here in the north so that they can be accessed from Introduction Way. And here on the southeast, that can be accessed from Dowden Road. First floor of the building will have many classrooms, art support labs, the administration, of course, up at the front entrance, multi-purpose room, music, media room, and of course the cafeteria and kitchen. And there will be covered play areas for both tot lots and for youth lots. Second floor follows the same general footprint of all of our elementary schools, classrooms, labs, and support. Here's a view of what the front of the school will look like. Another view from a different angle. As you can see, that's where a lot of the drop-off is going to be happening. And we also have a center area of the school that students are going to be able to access. We're going to have arts classrooms that are going to be right there. So if they need to go outside to do something with their artwork, we can easily do that. Area for children and students to meet, also for classes to take part. So it's going to be a wonderful space for the school and the students to be able to learn and grow in. The stats on this project, it's going to be roughly $38.5 million. There's going to be 837 student stations. The site size is just a little under 12 acres, and we are looking to open in 2026. The building will be done probably between January and March, but we won't have the official move-in until August of 26-27. Sustainability, 10% more energy efficient than other buildings that are being built at this point. High efficiency chillers, high efficiency LED lights, light colored roof to reduce heat gains and improves energy performance. Over 70% of all spaces have daylighting, so that's fantastic. Water saving toilets, faucets, and fixtures, Energy Star rated equipment. And as far as the plants and trees that we're going to be using around the building itself, they're going to be native low water plants to reduce water consumption. And there's going to be a low impact design for stormwater retention. Scheduling on this, we started way back in December 2023 as far as design, permitting, and bidding. That process went really well. We had some hiccups with the simple fact that we were having a difficult time actually finishing the purchase of the property itself, which is why the progress is slower than we had originally anticipated. But in November, we had the early procurement and mass grading, and in January, we started construction. It's going to be 12 months, like I said, so we are planning to be finished somewhere between January and March. And from March to August, we're going to be doing the move-in, and we are looking to open in August of 2026. Now, the construction process up to this point, notice to proceed was received in November of 2024. Site clearing and mass grading was completed in January of 2025. Tilt panels were completed in March 25. Structural steel was completed in April 2025. Roofing work was commenced and is about 15% complete at this point. Installation of site utilities, including storm drainage piping, sanitary piping, and domestic water services, is ongoing. Interior framing has commenced in the kitchen and cafeteria areas, and the project is on schedule to be completed, like I said, between January and March, with us opening in August of 2026. This is where we were in November of 2025. All the property had been graded out and prepared to be built upon. As you can see, the access roads were dug out and made ready, as well as the building outline. In January, we got into actually starting to lay down asphalt in places that they were needed so that we could go ahead and start with the parking lots and the play areas, and of course, start the building itself. As you can see here in February, things progressed. The basic layout of the building and all the electrical and things of that nature were all put into place. In March, the building is actually starting to go up, as you can see. And here are some recent interior photos of the floors that have been laid out, the metal work that has been done as far as framing, and you can also see a lot of the different electrical components as far as wires and plumbing that has to be put in place before we are finished up. So we are on schedule as far as the new schedule that was put in place, and things are very exciting at the moment. Work hours continue to be Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Some activities need to be completed outside of standard working hours, but for the most part, we've been able to keep within those timeframes. Things that we have to look forward to in the coming months, the building structural work is coming to an end with the cranes leaving the site and early morning concrete pours being behind us. Roofing work is in the process of being finished up. Exterior finishes such as painting and windows are being worked on, and the interior work such as framing, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC is ongoing. We'd love to go ahead and open up for a question and answer session. Please remember that if you have any questions, please type it into the question and answer section. We will ask it of the panel, and hopefully the answers are to your liking, and we will go ahead and stay in the question and answer session as long as needed to answer every question that is put forward. First question we have, when will the school be ready? I'm ready. If ready in January, all the kids will be required to move mid-year, or will it be optional? Do you want to go ahead and take this one, Board Member Salamanca, or do you want me to go ahead and answer?
Well, the official timeline you guys said of when it was ready was January, right? That's what you just had?
Correct.
Yeah, but we will, the school will not open mid-year and we will not transfer students mid-year. We will wait till the new August school year to begin. And so it will not be disruptive in any way.
Next question. When will we see the traffic project? Story time with Dowden Road will definitely need a traffic light. Traffic light is something that we have actually been doing a review on. We are waiting to the opening of the school to finalize that to see if it is definitely needed. but the work is there. We are doing the research on it, and yeah, so that is where that is at the moment. Unless anybody else would like to add anything to that. Okay. Next question. Can you talk about the traffic flow for parents entering and leaving the school for drop off and pickup time? Yeah, we can definitely do that. Go ahead and go back up to, there we go. Do you want to walk us through that, Tony?
Well, actually, I'd like for Jordan Kager with Shinkle Schultz to talk the group through it.
Fantastic, thank you.
Hi, everyone. So yeah, so you'll be accessing the site from Dowden Road, and then you can see there's two entrances with the white arrow that you can come in off of that road, either from Dowden or Introduction Way. You'll make your way down, and then there's a starting point to the queue where you'll enter. You'll go through the conga line, go past the parking, wrap around to the front of the school, and then you'll be dropping off at that point. There'll be a covered canopy for drop off.
Excellent. Fantastic answer so far. Thank you to the panel for everything that you've done to prepare for this and for everything you've done on this project. Once again, if you have questions, please feel free to type them into the Q&A section and we will answer them. We have some brilliant minds here who have done a lot of work on this, so they are raring to answer whatever questions you have. Okay. Have anything that's come through the chat? We do. Okay. Is the occupancy 837 students? Yes, it is. What is the timeline to hire the principal and the school staff? My understanding is that they are in the process of figuring out who the finalists are for this position. Board Member Salamanca, do you know any more about that?
Yeah, principal timeline would be over the summer. And so I think at the latest June of this year, we will have the principal selected and ready to start working with folks.
Where can we see a proposed zoning map for this school? If you go onto the website for OCPS, orangeocps.net, you can find it there under the zoning section. If you'd like me to actually send it to you at the end of this presentation, I will give you my contact info and I can go ahead and pull it up for you and send it to you directly if that's
yeah. Just generally zoning though is anyone in really Dowden, Storey Park, Maddie Homes. This does not impact Moss Park. Moss Park will stay at Moss Park Elementary. It is, if you are near someplace or call it pass 417, that is going to continue to stay at someplace. And this zoning is all for, call it Storey Park, Maddie Homes, and the new construction that goes on Dowden.
Perfect. Next question, is my child required to transfer to the school in August 2026? He is currently in Sunblaze.
Yeah, I mean, the student is required to attend the school that they are zoned for. And there's a grandfather exception. This is only when there's a sibling or in the case that there's some exemptions to when a student has to transfer over, but you know, opening a new school, be a new principal. A lot of the students that are currently in Sunblaze will also be moving to the new school. A lot of the staff will be moving as well. So it's a physically new school, but a lot of, call it, the people will be very similar.
There was talk about separating students zoned for new school and those zoned for Sunblaze next year. Since this
That was only if we were going to move the school midway through the year, but we decided we were not moving the school midway through the year. So the academic year will be just as regular as it's been the past couple of years. There's no change or student organization based on zoning. All the students will kind of be in the classrooms with the teachers that are best for them.
Great answer, yes, and great question also. Thank you for posing it. Let's see. Once again, if you do have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and type them into the Q&A. We are more than happy to answer any questions that you have. This community has been amazing as far as this project is concerned, and we've really loved the passion around it. So thank you for being here tonight and being a part of this. Is there a name for the school?
Not yet. There will be at some point, once the principal is selected, the principal will start working with parents in the community to create a survey for the name, for the colors, for the mascot. It's a collaborative process between principal, school, and community.
Let's see. Who knew? Okay, like I was saying before, if you do have any questions, please feel free to type them into the Q&A. Oh, can you share an up-to-date map of the layout as it's currently being constructed? Let's see what I can do to help you with that. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. As far as what we have for actual construction, this is what the layout is actually going to look like.
They mean internal layout is my guess.
Oh, I see.
So-
Okay. I apologize for that.
That one.
Because of security reasons, we're not allowed to show anything that's too in-depth, just because you put an image out there of the inside of a building, you never know who's going to use it for what purposes. But at this point, this is what we have. The first floor is going to be classrooms, sorted labs, art, the administration here in the very front, media, music, multi-purpose, and then the kitchen is going to be over here to the northwest. On the second floor, we're going to have classrooms, support areas, 2 labs, more classrooms. So yeah, that's pretty much what we are going to be looking at. We try and stay as conformed as possible with all of the other elementary schools that are being built. So this is going to be the general layout that you see throughout the district.
Tommy, can you do the one that's the map of the whole school that shows the flow of traffic as well?
Sure. Pull that back up.
I think there was a question about where bikers and walkers will be entering the campus.
Sure thing. Yep.
So I don't know if that was someone else on the team knows the best walkway there, but and where the bike racks are going to be.
Yep. If you are entering from Introduction Way, bike racks are going to be right here to the north, right near the big red dots. If you're coming off of Dowden, or if you're coming off of Dowden or Introduction to the north, it's going to be right here, just to the south of the school, in between the tot lots and the youth lots, just around the drop-off loop. Is there a concern in traffic backing up on Dowden when they are lining up for pickup and drop-off? Generally speaking, when they do the planning for these projects, That is something that they definitely put a lot of attention to, because we want to be the best possible neighbors to the community and make sure that what we are doing doesn't interfere with what the community needs also. There is the possibility of some changes in traffic patterns, but we don't see it being a large problem.
I think the main reason we don't see it being a huge traffic issue is because there's that new road that is now parallel to Dowden. And there's 2 entry points, both through Introduction and Dowden. And so, and the bus loop accommodates, remind me again how much not the bus loop, the car loop, how many cars it accommodates? Somebody, maybe Tony has a.
Oh, we can car stacking up to 118 cars.
Yeah, so if you think about the extra road plus 118 car capacity on the drop-off pickup area, the school does not have that much traffic in general, so it should not back up into Dowden. But either way, there will be a traffic study. There will be all kinds of closer to the completion of the project analysis of what is needed in terms of lights, stops, pathways, and this is done by county or city, obviously depending on the jurisdiction, but the district does not do anything that is traffic related. That is county and city.
Fantastic questions. Thank you to everyone for posing them. Do we know what project numbers are for Sunblaze student population next year? That's a great question. Anybody on the team have an answer for that? That is one I'm going to have to get back to you on. I know that
Principal might know. So Sunblaze actually dropped in enrollment this year. And I don't, last time I checked, there was no expectation that it would go up in numbers based on current enrollment or a projection. So we don't expect there to be a big up or down on it.
let's see. Agree with traffic concern. The pickup and drop off at Sunblaze is a mess.
Yes, Sunblaze always had a very difficult traffic flow. This is from the beginning of that school being built, and there was construction done after the fact to address it, but Sunblaze is a single entry line. That's not the case here. There's multiple ways to enter, and we don't expect to have the same issues that Sunblaze does.
Fantastic answer. Thank you for the question. In terms of specials and extracurriculars, what can we expect?
A lot of that will be sorted out after principal is done, but you can expect a lot of the similar, definitely sports extracurriculars that are offered at Sunblaze. And if there's additional partners that are not school sponsored, but after school and stuff like that, that works through the principal and who they decide to work with as a vendor. And so all of that will be sorted out once principal and staff and teachers are finalized.
Fantastic. Let's see if we have any more questions. As we were talking about before, we are happy to answer any questions you have. If you do have a question, please type it into the Q&A and I will ask it of the panelists. I'm sorry if I've missed this already, but when is the expected start date for the school year? The start date for the school year is going to be in August of 2026. So it's going to be that new school year. Thank you for the information and all of the hard work. I drive by every day and certainly see the progress. I'd like to go ahead and request that the traffic study and other measures are done to add a traffic light. High school and middle school add to this, and we have already had issues going on. We will definitely make sure that we relay that to the team. Like I said before, it is something that we are doing a study on. So as soon as we have that information finalized, we will go ahead and figure out how we need to proceed with that. So yeah.
Yep, and Commissioner Jim Gray knows about traffic and construction, and so we're gonna keep coordinating with his office on making sure that we prepare on traffic. But there is a delay, as many of you all know. Even when Innovation High School opened, it took a week, 2 weeks to get the light working. So.
Any ideas what's going to be built in front of the school on Dowden? We do not actually own that property, so I don't think that we can speak with any authority as to what the owner of the property is going to be doing with it.
It's my understanding that it is mixed use. So it could be retail or it could be multifamily homes. But it has not been decided, and the school does not have any say in that decision. That's all city and county commissioners.
Yep. But of course, it will adhere to whatever rules are in place as far as what is allowed to be built that close to a school. So safety is always our #1 priority as far as that's concerned.
Crossing guards are kind of determined based on the traffic study, as well as again, city and county are the ones in charge of crossing guards. And the school just provides what the patterns are, the number of students walking, safety concerns, and we will absolutely be communicating that to county and city.
Definitely. And the question was, do you know where crossing guards will be located? Next question, how will the process go for hiring teachers? Will they allow Sunblaze teachers to transfer? That's going to be a question for the principal when we eventually get to that point. They're in charge of figuring out who their team is going to be. Process is what we always do with every new school and every school in general, as far as the process with HR. So let's see. We haven't had good experiences with Commissioner Gray. This is the question, by the way. So it will depend on OCPS and us as the community members to push for the safety of all our kids, given now that Dowden has become an area of heavy walkers, bikers, traffic, etc.
Yeah, I'm staying as close as I can to this project. Obviously, this is taking a month, much longer than what we wanted. When I joined the school board, when I was elected, it was a different site, different location, different place where the school was going to go. I've been through this now twice, and so I'm trying to stay as close as I can to make sure that we kind of foresee some of the issues on safety. But it is something that, as a community and as a school, we will kind of have to work together to make sure that the city is aware of the safety needs that are going to be there. And many times they kind of wait until some of the stuff is in place to see where it's needed, and it's kind of up to us to reach out so that it can be a bit more prioritized or proactive.
And in all honesty, I'm not just saying this because she's here, but Board Member Salamanca has been so amazingly involved with this entire process and continues to be. So we're really lucky to have her on board with this. Will existing students need to enroll, or will they be automatically transferred?
Students are automatically transferred, and you'll get information about kind of the like any new school-specific registration that will be impacting, but all of that will go through Sunblaze and then eventually through the new principal. So you will have several months of heads up and documentation and materials and information that will go out to families who will be impacted by the new school and will be moving there. So there'll be more meetings as well as information coming your way once the principal starts working.
Fantastic answer. Thank you for the question. Once again, if you do have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and type them into the Q&A. I will pose them to the members of the panel and we will push forward. Thank you, exclamation mark. We are grateful to our board member and the entire OCPS team. We can't wait, and our little one is beyond excited. That's great to hear. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
It's going to be a beautiful school. It's a new prototype. All the latest on safety, all the latest on technology, all the latest on layout that the district has, and we're very, very excited. I think it's going to be great.
When is the principal to be named? June 2025 or June 2026? It'll be
I think the goal is to have principal information by end of the summer, the latest, so that the principal has around 6 months, if not more, to work alongside the existing principal as well as with the families. And so even before they move to campus, they'll be around and available to families. But once we have that timeline, we'll let you all know.
Yep, so 2025 is the summer of when we're hoping to have that finalized.
Yeah.
Will there be shade covers over playground areas? You want to go ahead and take that, Tamara?
Yes, both the playground, the top, as well as the youth lot will have shade structures.
Yep, and that's becoming standard throughout the districts because,
Yes.
as always, we understand how detrimental the heat and the sun can be. So we want to make sure our kids and the students are as safe as they possibly can be.
Also, an added feature to the new prototype is the covered play area for physical education. That has doubled in size from what we've used in our past prototypes.
Excellent answer. Thank you. When can I require the transfer from Sunblaze to the new school?
No, you would just have to talk to Principal Wyatt and get the student information. But at any point, you can request your students' records. But you don't have to do any specific requesting to transfer over. That happens all automatically through our system. The only thing that we do every year is we verify your address to make sure that we have you zoned for the correct school. And so long as your address isn't changing and you're zoned for the new school, all of that will happen fairly automatically.
Yep. Fantastic. Once again, if you are just joining us, if you have a question, go ahead and type it into the Q&A section, and I will go ahead and ask it of the panelists. Anything new? I feel like I should be doing some sort of entertainment for you while we sit and wait. Unfortunately, I'm not nearly that talented, so I won't even attempt. Give it a couple more seconds just to see if anybody else has any more questions that they would like answered. Once again, we appreciate everyone from coming out and being not only a part of this meeting, but being a part of this entire process for this new school. It's only by working together that we do find those best solutions. So thank you for being part of everything that has gone into this. We've got a question. Thanks for doing this update. That is our pleasure. Like I said, it's been an important project to be working on, and this community really deserves this brand new school. So thank you for everything that you have done to make this process as positive as it's been. Will there be shade covers over playground areas? We already asked that. I apologize. Well, unless anybody has any other questions, I really appreciate everyone being here tonight. This has been fantastic community meeting. Thank you for everything you have done to be a part of this. Real quick, just want to say that if you have any questions about this specific project or any building project that we have going on in Orange County Public Schools, you can go to facilities.ocps.net. That is the facilities section of the OCPS website. They have all the information that's been going on with this project up to this point, and any future information we have will be posted there. Also, if you have any specific questions that you can't find on the website and just want to specifically talk to a human being, I am here for you 24/7. Probably won't answer the phone at 2 in the morning, but it will definitely get to you the next day. My phone number is listed here at 407-317-3700. And I'm at extension 2025 442. And yes, our extensions really are that long. Sorry. Or you can just go ahead and email me at thomas.orrell@ocps.net. But on that note, thank you again. We really appreciate everything. This presentation is posted on the facilities website. And as soon as we get the video downloaded, I'll upload it there also in case you want to go back and see some of the things that we've already talked about. But thank you again for coming out tonight. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the school year with what is left. Goodbye now.